Hello, guys. Welcome, everybody, to Purple A's podcast. I'm your host who bleeds purple and gold, Isaac here. So, basically, I know it's been a while, since I haven't made a video. I will admit it's been 2 or 3 weeks, but heck, we're gonna try to do the best that we can to get things going. But right now, I'm gonna talk about the NFC North, and I'll just give out a preview of the NFC North for everybody out there, for all NFC North who likes the NFC North or fans of NFC North teams or whatever, I guess we should pronounce it. So there's not a whole lot of Vikings news, really, not a whole lot happening. But there is training camp though, and in a month though, the Vikings preseason is gonna start. So I promise you we'll be back in the full swing of things once the preseason starts. There will be Vikings videos for every single week, basically, trust me. So we'll get to that. But right now, let's talk about the NFC North and how and what will happen. So, of course, you already know about I already know about the Vikings, so I don't really feel like I need to talk much. They're improved in the trenches. They got their rookie. They got a quarterback, a young quarterback, by the way, on his second year. He's not a rookie anymore. Even though it is tempting, though, to call him a rookie, but he's not really. He isn't, though. And you got a good duo of running backs in Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones. You got, obviously the best collection of wide receivers and the best collection of defensive playmakers, including Brian Flores there, too. So I feel like, though, the Vikings, though, I feel like they've already are a good team. They were a good team last year, and they didn't even play their best, but I feel like this team's going to be even better than their last season. But let's go ahead. Let's not talk about the Vikings. Let's see how the other NFC North teams can do and what their potential record, I believe, could be. I guess I'll make a preview, of the NFC North, though. Starting off with the Chicago Bears, where they completely redone everything. In terms of coaches, they fired Matt Eberflus for Ben Johnson, the Lions offensive coordinator. So surprisingly, he's going to be the Chicago Bears head coach. Not a whole lot has changed in terms of the roster for the Bears. Maybe a defensive player here and there. But I feel like, though, Caleb Williams, though, maybe they might be a bit better. But then again, though, they're the Bears. So I really don't know what to expect from them because they really haven't been good since, I believe, 2018 maybe-ish. Even 2018, they haven't been that great either. So I wouldn't really count on the Bears really being good. But they were only good since 2010. That's when they went to the NFC Championship. They never got there before. So I'm not going to hold my breath to say the very least that the Bears are going to go and punch a ticket into the playoffs this season. I just don't feel like, though, that could happen. But on the other hand, they could make things interesting, if at least. So I don't know what the Bears could do right now. We'll see, though. But they could either be a surprise or they could just be a typical Bears season. Just your average Bears season. And then we get to the Detroit Lions. I don't really believe that they're going to change. I think they're still going to be good. But with the change in coaching, maybe, though, either one, two things. They can have the same firepower as they did last season and the year before that, or they might still be a good team but not have the same intensity or the same mojo that they used to have for last season. You still got the same players, still same great players on defense and on offense. but I think the offense won't have. I don't know that because maybe Ben Johnson was that good of an offensive coordinator that the Lions had to get, that the Lions got rid of. Maybe that's it, but I don't know. I don't know, maybe Dan Campbell. But I think, though, Dan Campbell still will have a good team, but I don't think they'll have the same intent. I don't think they'll be the same as they were. So I don't. But they may have some big wins here and there, but I just don't think they're going to have the same intensity. That's it. They have some good players, but I just don't know if that's going to be the same. So we'll see how it goes, though, otherwise. And then you get to the Green Bay Packers, where not a whole lot has changed. Maybe a change in defensive players that they have left and right. I don't know the full effect of what they did in the draft or the free agency. Now, basically, just to know, I don't know any of what they did. I'm just only paying attention to my Vikings. Okay, that's just how I operate. I don't really operate with the other teams and what they do. I only care about my Minnesota Vikings. Obviously, I do. So, but the Green Bay Packers, they really haven't changed much offensive weapons. They still got a strong running game in Josh Jacobs. They still got Jordan Love, who is okay. I rate him an okay, basically, because he's just inconsistent the last 2 seasons. Just a bunch of inconsistencies there, but Jordan Love's still staying. You still got a decent amount of wide receivers. They still do. I think they went after a tight end, a wide receiver in the draft, which is basically what they needed. So, they got that improved right there. And then, I think the Packers, though, they're the Packers. They might still be a good team because they did it last season and the season before that. The season before that, it was clunky for some games, and then for some games they surprised everybody. And against this, it's kind of like they went 11-6. It's kind of like they did an okay job. They did actually a pretty decent job last season. So I would say the Green Bay Packers, I don't think they'll win this division, though, but they might challenge it for maybe a certain week. For a certain week, they might challenge it, but I just don't see that happening. So this whole division, I think, though, has a few changes here and there, in terms of coaching. It'll be interesting with the Bears and the Lions. Those are kind of the factors that I think, though, that might be surprising to everybody, or maybe just the same thing. It could go either way for either both of them or one of them. So I'm going to say, though, basically my prediction, obviously, the Vikings, they're first place. No questions asked. I think they'll just go ahead and I think they'll be 5-1 in the division. If not 6-0, 5-1. I think that's pretty fair. So I think, though, that is my prediction. And then I believe second place, I think the Lions, they might be second place. I still believe that they're a good team, but I just don't really see them having the same intensity. Maybe at best 10-7, 11-6 in the season, which is still solid, but I just don't see them winning very much. And then I got the Green Bay Packers going third place in the division. Third place, I feel like, is pretty fair because I just don't really know if they're going to be better all of a sudden, or maybe if they're just going to be the same or worse. I just don't believe they're going to be a better team. So I'm going to say third place, 9-8, 10-7, 8-9. I think that suits them well. And then the Chicago Bears, I just don't believe that they're going to change, because it's just the same story every single time for the Chicago Bears organization to have high expectations this season, every single season. It's like, oh, look at us, we're going to have a good team. Maybe this is it. No, I just respectfully, I don't see that happening. So I got the Bears going last place, maybe 6-11, 7-10. I think that's what I see out of the Chicago Bears team. So those are my NFC North predictions. Let me know your comments down below, and let me know what your guys' prediction for the NFC North is. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. Skol Vikings.